Good morning. This is the shadow of Jesus Christ in Old Testament, part 46. So, true rest. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he has done. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because in it he rested from all his work which God had created and made. Say to the Israelites, you must observe my Sabbaths. This will be a sign between me and you for the generations to come, so you may know that I am the Lord who makes you holy. When the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were amazed. Where did this man get these things? They asked. What's this wisdom that has been given him? What are these remarkable miracles he is performing? So they wonder whatever Jesus taught. And he came down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and he was teaching them on the Sabbath. He drove out the demon. As they went out, the people begged that these things might be told them the next Sabbath. And after the meeting of the synagogue broke up, many Jews and devout converts to Judaism followed Paul and Barnabas, who, as they spoke with them, urged them to continue in the grace of God. The next Sabbath, almost the whole city gathered to hear the word of the Lord. And Paul went in, as was his custom, and on the 3 Sabbath days he reasoned with them from the scriptures. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath and tried to persuade Jews and Greeks. On the first day of the week, that is Sunday, when we were gathered together to break bread, Paul talked with them, intending to depart on the next day, and he prolonged his speech until midnight. On the first day of every week, each of you is to put something aside and store it up, as he may prosper, so that there will be no collecting when I come. So, this is regarding worship day, the first day of the week. Now, on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb early, while it was still dark, and saw that the stone had been taken away from the tomb. So, the resurrection day is the first day of the week. For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So, Jesus healed a man with a shriveled hand. Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? Which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill? I ask you, which is lawful on the Sabbath? That is Jesus questioning the crowd or Pharisees or Sadducees or whosoever next to him. To do good or to do evil, to save life or to destroy it. So now, when we see At that time, Jesus went through the grain fields on the Sabbath. His disciples were hungry and began to pick some heads of grain and eat them. So, on the Sabbath day, Jesus purposely healed the sick several times. And Jesus never rested on the Sabbath. He was speaking, he was healing, he was teaching. And Sabbath means the real meaning is rest. And Jesus has been doing teaching the scripture as we have seen. So now, the true meaning of rest, excuse me, the true meaning of rest. In Old Testament, we can see that Sabbath day is the resting day. In New Testament, Jesus says himself, he addresses himself that he is the Lord of the Sabbath. And on the Sabbath day, Jesus never rested. So, what does Jesus mean? He calls everyone to go to him and have rest. True rest is Jesus Christ, no matter which day you worship. Some believe in worshiping on Sunday, some believing in worshiping on Saturday. It doesn't matter which day you are worshiping. The days that don't matter. But do you really have true rest in Jesus? That is the big question. So Jesus is our rest. So wherever you are and whenever you worship, your soul must rest in Jesus. So that's what Jesus wants us to. That's why the disciples also they have been explaining regarding this. So Jesus is our true rest. So whatever we see in Old Testament is the shadow, and the reality is in Jesus. Jesus fulfilled all the prophets and all the law. So God bless you. Jesus is our rest. Hope to see you again. Bye bye now.